I love how lighthearted and fun this movie is to watch, even though it's based on a fairly serious subject matter. Now, Matt, I know you did a documentary based on this family. What was it that inspired you about them to take this approach?
There's so much laughter in this family and joy and just about everything. Honestly, they find funny and they love to laugh and dance, and music is a really big part of their life. And I felt like in the documentary, it was so much, and so I wasn't able to kind of explore that. And I also wanted to make something that was, it was an inspiration to the family, but really, I wanted to take it and make it a little bit more accessible as well. And I felt like bringing some of that humor to light was a way to do that.
Kiernan, great job in this. I love the character that you play.
Thank you.
Did you meet the real life person that it's based on?
I haven't met Christina, but I'm deeply in awe of her and inspired by her. And again, we spoke a lot of sort of what the anchor of the character was, and to me it was her strength, and that obviously comes from Christina.
Matt, the cast is so fantastic. How did you pull together such a great group of people?
I got really lucky, really, really lucky. I think it's a story that resonates, and the fact that it was inspired by a true story, and I feel like people were able, everybody was able to sort of take something from it, and everybody's part of a family, and whether or not the level of dysfunction is as strong as maybe in this particular one, who knows, but I think I got really lucky, and Kiernan and I connected early on it, and she was really, and we sort of built, I think we kind of built it around.
Yeah, I think it's such a testament to the script and the story, how much it resonated with everyone, because honestly the people that came and played with us are so top tier and incredible, and just brought absolutely the most A game of all A games to this movie. So it really does just, I think, speak volumes to the script. Yeah.
Matt, how did you find Kiernan? Was it an audition, or had you seen her in other projects?
I didn't need an audition. No, I've been a huge fan of hers from the beginning, and I saw a strength in her and a sense of humor in her, and I knew that she was my first choice and my first call, and so it was kind of a dream for me.
It was a good meeting. It was a good meeting. I went for like a little happy walk after. I remember.
I went to the wrong place first, but then once I.
Oh yeah, exactly. It's true. You did go to the wrong coffee shop. Yeah.
Yes, but she fortunately was waiting.
Yes, it was just the one next door.
Yeah.
So we were good.
You play a runner in this. How tough were those running scenes? Are you a runner in real life?
I am a runner in real life. I've gone through phases of semi-intense running. I've never done a marathon, but I think it's something I would probably do at some point. But yeah, the running scenes were really fun for me. And also, I think that to play a physical exhaustion is always easier when you actually are physically exhausted. And there's something about tapping into your body that I absolutely love as an actor, and running and doing anything with movement is a really way to access that and something deeper. And also just the way that running plays such a big part in Bee's life, and is a way for her to sort of cancel out the noise and focus and or sort of dissociate from things that are going on, lent itself to being a really sort of interesting avenue as a performer. And like I really like those running scenes from a performance aspect. I think they're really they say a lot about kind of her character and her journey, and I had some interesting sort of moments in my head while I was doing those scenes that were really fun.
And I could feel that. Like, that was actually the first thing, one of the running scenes was the first thing we shot.
Yeah.
And I just knew immediately. Like, it was super early. It was like, I felt like there were maybe 5 of us or something.
I know,
just like,
it did feel kind of skeletonish.
And we just, and I was like, all right, I could totally feel it. And I could hear what was going on in a weird way in her head. And I was like, yeah, this is going to be.
Yeah. It was interesting. I mean, I feel like she doesn't have any headsets in any of her running scenes.
No.
Which I think is really by design kind of that I'm such a, when I run I love a playlist, but I think it says a lot about her that there's something about the silence and the peace that she got from just sort of going on those runs. It really felt felt like an important part of the story.
Young B looked so much like
I
you.
know.
How did you find a young actress to look just like Kiernan?
I mean, it was again, that was one that I did a quite extensive casting. And I was nervous at one point, but then we found Ryan, who I think is
She's amazing.
amazing. Yeah, I was so excited to have you meet her too. Remember, I was like, you're not gonna believe this. Like,
I know, she's a little me.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I know.
It's wild. It's amazing.
Kiernan, you've done so many different roles at such a young age. What was special for you about B?
Never played anyone like B before. I think that there was something about the way that she was, on one hand, extraordinarily mature and strong, and on another hand, just a teenage girl growing up and finding her voice, that just struck this balance that was so resonant to me, and something I could also deeply relate to in very different circumstances. But I felt like I was often told that I was wise beyond my years and so grown up for my age and all these sorts of things that I feel like B is also probably heard, just because she had to be that sort of way for her family and the people around her. But there are moments where you realize that you're just 18 and that you still have a lot to learn, and there's a lot of room for growth, and that's definitely an age where I think you're starting to look at the world with a brand new pair of eyes and experience things for the first time. So I think that balance of so much responsibility and also so much wonder and excitement around the corner was something that just was really beautiful to me.
They told me I just have room for one more question. So Matt, what kind of a film would you like to direct next?
I mean, I tend to really like these grounded human stories. So there's a couple things that I'm thinking about doing where it's continuing that theme of family and dysfunction and with humor. So that's kind of my thing.
Thank you both so
Sweet.
much. It was
Thank
such
you.
a wonderful film to watch.
Oh, thank you so much.
So entertaining and so engaging.
Yay.
And so easy to watch. You know,
Oh,
it was
thank
such a
you.
nice journey to go on with you guys.
Thank you so
Awesome.
much. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, or if you're returning but you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, tap it now, plus the notification bell in the top right-hand corner so you make sure you don't miss out on any new celebrity interviews. Also, hit the like button and tell me below in the comments, who's your favorite star? Who would you like to see me interview next? I'd love to hear from you.